Pay close attention to your own and other people's body language. It's crucial. Mastering the ability of reading body language and ensuring that you are projecting the desired vibes are crucial components of becoming an alpha guy. People, particularly women, will take notice of you more if you pull it off correctly, since they will see you as the alpha. People won't take you seriously if you mess up, and muggings become more common. Although it may appear obvious, the vast majority of criminals actively seek out weak points when selecting their victims. The elderly are frequent victims of identity theft because criminals often target those who appear to be the most defenseless. A home in a rural area, for example, would be an easy target for a burglar because of the evident weaknesses in the house's defenses. It may sound ridiculous, but walking with a straight back can really reduce your chances of being mugged. Which thin guy, the one with the alpha male body language and the appearance of being able to defend himself, would you rather rob first? The one who stoops low, walks nervously, and is afraid to look anyone in the eyes. Many men fail to realize that their every move, word, and thought shapes who they are. What gives it away that so many men who put on an act eventually start to feel confident? Have you ever realized that you shared a quality or behavior with someone you found incredibly annoying, only to realize that you actually exhibited it yourself later on? The entire idea of the alpha guy is based on this same psychological principle. Guess what happens when you make yourself continuously exhibit alpha male body language? It becomes second nature, and you begin to experience a sense of mental dominance. This is the same logic behind why beta-type personalities seem to be perpetually downcast and unloved. Allow me to explain this to you in a manner that no one else has. Just pretend that there are two main divisions in your brain, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Similar to how your phone's YouTube and Facebook apps manage conscious operations like liking a friend's Facebook post or watching an amusing and useful video, the conscious mind handles these tasks as well. Like the secret code that runs all the programs in the background, your subconscious mind is in charge. Your subconscious mind controls all of your everyday actions, even if you don't know it. The beliefs you hold in your subconscious mind define you completely. That one's self-perception is malleable is fantastic news for everyone. Your subconscious may be all-powerful, but it's also incredibly naive and behaves similarly to a baby's brain that is, it's easy to train. Although the majority of your lifelong subconscious programming takes place in the first 7 years, it is always reprogrammable. There are a number of methods for reprogramming the subconscious mind, but repetition is among the most effective. Your subconscious mind has no way of telling reality from fiction, which is why dreams can be so lifelike and terrifying. Perhaps the short stick for subconscious programming was given to you during your first 7 years of life. Or perhaps it was horrifying school experiences that caused you to acquire the beta's programming. Whatever it was, you can turn it around by changing the way you think and act every day. And you know what else? What you think influences your behaviors, and vice versa for your body language. You may retrain your brain to behave more like an alpha man just by studying and imitating his body language. Even while it won't feel right at first, things will start to click into place eventually. By consistently projecting an alpha-like demeanor, your subconscious will learn to interpret social cues and form new opinions about you based on how you interact with others. Think to yourself, wow, this guy really is an alpha, and the alpha will eventually become a part of you after new beliefs are created. Think about how different your life might be if you started to believe in yourself more. This is very helpful when trying to meet ladies, because people will treat you differently, respect you more, and think you're attractive and confident. With the mechanics out of the way, let's dive into the alpha's genuine body language. Body language encompasses a wide range of behaviors, including but not limited to sitting, standing, head position, eye contact, facial emotions, presence, and handshake technique. Controlling your vocal tone is just as crucial. Here we go with the looks on people's faces. The alpha has excellent nonverbal communication skills. He can convey a great deal with his gaze alone. A kind grin goes a long way when meeting new people. Additionally, periodically nod your head while conversing with someone. The alpha always looks serious when things get serious. He maintains composure and doesn't appear frightened or bewildered even when he's unsure of anything. Never give someone the deer in the headlights expression. The alpha's body language also includes their posture. Naturally, you should maintain an upright posture at all times, with your legs completely extended and your knees non-flexed. The alpha should slightly extend his chest and shape his back into a reverse C. To provide the impression of larger shoulders, you should constantly wear them spread wide. The beta makes a major error in judgment when he unconsciously overextends his body language. The way you place your head is also crucial. The alpha maintains an upright posture, never slouching or appearing to be bewildered and in need of guidance. The beta makes the rookie error of staring downward all the time. A little inclination of the head indicates that the alpha is interested or curious. One of the most underappreciated aspects of alpha male body language is the placement of the hands. Your hands don't convey much on their own, but they might amplify other parts of your body language that convey negativity, shyness, or insecurity. The alpha typically displays his openness and relaxation by keeping his hands at his sides. As long as you're also exhibiting the other parts of alpha body language, it's acceptable to put your hands in your pockets, even though it can make you look like you're hiding something. An essential part of projecting an alpha male image is simply being there. To rise to the position of alpha male, you must exude an air of confidence and assertiveness that belies your true size. When you're with other people, it indicates that you're not scared to let loose, and an alpha doesn't try to squeeze himself into tight quarters just to fit. Standing with your legs slightly wider than shoulder width is a sign of an alpha male. When you enter a room, take a moment to look around before continuing on your way. While the alpha constantly seeks attention, the beta prefers to remain unseen. Your gait also plays a significant role in alpha male body language and how other people see you. Whether he's in a hurry or not, the alpha's long, steady strides convey his sense of purpose. He wears his importance as a badge of honor. The beta male is easily recognizable by his characteristically rapid and short stride. An alpha male's body language includes even his sitting position. The alpha's sitting posture is characterized by an expansive, wide stance, with his legs spread apart and his back straight. He never sits with his knees crossed over his ankles, even when he crosses one leg over the other. In a nutshell, the alpha isn't scared to let things hang loose. Alpha male body language also includes the manner in which one shakes hands with others. You should know the correct way to shake hands because, in all honesty, you will be required to do it on several occasions during your life. The alpha will look the other person in the eyes as he extends his hand to shake their hand. The beta makes a number of faults, one of the most significant being fixating on the shaking hands for an excessive amount of time. Shaking the other person's hand 3 times is a good rule of thumb, though it could vary depending on the context. During a shake, it's normal to ask, "How are you?" "Nice to meet you," or "Good to see you." Another crucial factor is the shake's hardness. Always be more gentle while shaking a girl's hand and avoid being an aggressive beta man by squeezing the other person's hand too hard. Finally, and maybe most importantly, alpha male body language is maintaining eye contact. The alpha has no problem meeting the gaze of anyone or anything. In fact, he has no problem looking at anything at all. He isn't scared to gaze at a bunch of guys who appear to be up to no good or a danger to his loved ones if he and his girlfriend happen to be in their vicinity. Even when he's interested in something, the beta man can't bring himself to look at it. Additionally, the beta's fear of confrontation makes him feel threatened whenever the alpha looks at him. Even when he sees a stunning girl, he can't bring himself to look at her for fear that she would notice him. One distinguishing feature of the alpha is his use of eye contact to communicate curiosity and self-assurance. He's more at ease than the beta in making direct eye contact with strangers and maintaining it for extended periods of time. One is seen as more subservient if they glance away first when two people make direct eye contact. You don't want to come across as creepy, so remember that this doesn't give you permission to stare down every person you see. Based on the scenario, the alpha knows when to break and when to retain eye contact, particularly with other men. If you aspire to be an alpha man, it is imperative that you immediately begin to exhibit these essential characteristics of alpha male body language. Like learning to drive for the first time, it will be strange and awkward at first. Displaying the body language of an alpha is similar to how practicing driving a car makes staying within the lines easier and more comfortable. The real magic arrives when you've practiced enough that you no longer need to intentionally project an alpha body language. From that point on, your subconscious mind will dictate your thoughts, feelings, and actions based on your posture and demeanor. You will genuinely ascend to the position of alpha. Thank you for tuning in, and until we meet again,